The 12 karma laws that will transform your life. Almost everyone is familiar with karma. But contrary to what many people believe, karma is more about cause and effect than it is about punishment and reward. Karma is the outcome of your past intentions and deeds. Understanding karma can be useful and will affect how you interact with people. You must deliberately conduct measures that will lead to the desired outcomes if you want your causes to have beneficial effects. To live a meaningful and satisfying life and have karma smile at you in the end, you must master these activities. Following are the 12 laws of karma and tips on how to use them to your advantage. Number 1, the Great Law. As you sow, you shall reap. What you sow, you will also reap, just as a farmer puts seeds and anticipates a season of harvest. Everything you do to other people will eventually come back to haunt you. When you choose to treat people well, you'll find that they frequently return the favor and act more positively toward you as well. Although it might take some time because seeds frequently need time to mature, your words, deeds, or ideas will always eventually bear fruit. They might come back to you as happiness, love, or money. Therefore, regardless of the situation, you should treat individuals with kindness and respect. Keep in mind that everything you do, including your reactions, has an effect on you. Number 2, the law of creation. You draw to you what you are, not what you want. We have more control over our lives than we realize, according to the law of creation. Instead of accepting responsibility and working to control their own destiny, most individuals frequently place the blame for the bad things that happen to them on other people. Don't let your personal life fall to the wayside. Make the most of the opportunities and ideas that occur to you by seizing them. Additionally, keep in mind that you develop into whatever you keep observing in the world. So, surround yourself with things that will help you get where you want to go and become. This doesn't mean that you should try to alter the people around you because you might not be successful in doing so. Instead, work on bettering yourself because only you are accountable for your own circumstances. The third law is the law of humility. What you refuse continues. In order to confront issues in life and come up with answers, you must first acknowledge that you are facing them. Our inability to acknowledge that we face certain challenges frequently prevents us from coming up with answers. But if you don't accept a circumstance, you can't change it. You essentially start storing up negative energy against something when you observe it happening in your life repeatedly and choose to deny that it even exists. Unfortunately, this energy eventually settles inside of you. On the other side, once you come to recognize that you have these issues, you realize that you also possess the ability to bring about change and find answers. Take a close look at your life by critically evaluating both the good and the bad aspects. Accept your situation as it is and your reality. The ability to make the required modifications will then come to you. The fourth is the law of growth. You will be everywhere you go. You must understand that your inner life governs the outside world if you want to develop and bring your ideas and visions to life. Your actions ultimately shape the world you live in since they are a direct result of your thinking. You must alter the fabric of your world, your thoughts, if you want to change it and advance. Negative thinking will result in a negative environment, whilst only positive thinking will help you create a positive world. You will develop to realize all of your dreams if you keep refining your thoughts and decisions and keep redesigning your reality. The fifth rule is the law of responsibility. Our lives are all our own doing. This law, like the law of creation, emphasizes how reality is a constant mirror of our mental state. When you become aware of the clamor and turbulence around you, you must begin to accept responsibility for the predicament you are in. By setting aside time for in-depth reflection and peace-seeking, you can begin to take action to escape these kinds of circumstances. Do not squander time reflecting on the experience, even if something bad happens to you suddenly. Instead, accept responsibility for improving things and learn from the mistakes. You gain a sense of control when you take ownership of all of your ideas and deeds, which is important to propel yourself forward. Number 6, the law of connection. Everything you do is linked in some way. The past and present have a tremendous impact on the future since the past and present are interconnected. You should understand that taking just one step won't instantly propel you into the future of your desires. Every action you have ever performed, including the ones you are taking right now, is crucial. In reality, the decisions and actions you took in the past have culminated in your present. They all therefore count. Therefore, try to make decisions that are in line with where you want to go. You can only access it in that manner. The 7th is the law of focus. You cannot consider two things at once. It is crucial that you focus on the things that actually matter in your effort to get better. The law of focus enables you to center your attention on the principles that will most effectively help you reach the heights you desire. You won't have time to focus on bad things if you are concentrating on your goals, growth, and pleasant emotions. And that's advantageous. Is it not? Always try to see the positive side of situations when they are not ideal. Even though it could be challenging, if you develop the habit of finding the positive in bad situations, you will learn from them and improve. Number 8, generosity and hospitality. Demonstrating our selflessness shows true intentions. It is impossible to have beliefs that don't manifest themselves in our behavior. In actuality, our actions are a better indicator of our sincerity. If living a life of significance is what you actually want, then selflessness is a fundamental quality you must always exhibit. Even when you don't know someone well, you should learn to be kind, friendly, and helpful to them. When you develop this as a habit in your life, it is evidence that you have grown in some way, since truly mature individuals live unselfish lives and are constantly willing to aid the development and advancement of others. Number 9, the law of presence. One cannot be present if they are looking in the past or the future, for that matter. This law is difficult to understand since it seems to indicate that the past and future are irrelevant, which appears to conflict with the 6th law in some ways. But in reality, it is not the case. Let's consider it in this way. As humans, we frequently have the propensity to become preoccupied with memories of our past successes or mistakes. And occasionally, dwelling on our hopes for the future prevents us from recognizing the possibilities of the present. We frequently overlook how much more important the present is than the past or the future. In reality, your actions in the present are more significant than your perceptions of the past and the future. You must develop the ability to live in the now while addressing the past and the future. Utilize prior experiences as well as your hopes for a glorious future to motivate you to make the crucial decisions at this very moment. Number 10, the law of change. History is repetitive unless something changes. Unless you change something, nothing changes. That is the change law. It's not enough to just decide that you want to change your unhealthy habits and poor choices. In order for the changes to actually materialize, you must act. You must make an effort to reverse a negative tendency in your life if you see one. True transformation may start from within, but it never stops there. From resolutions, go on to action. Take action in response to your choices. You can only develop and improve in this way. Positive change can only be achieved in this manner. Number 11, the law of patience and reward. Nothing worthwhile is produced if a patient mindset is absent. Being patient will pay off. No matter how long it takes, if you patiently keep planting the seeds of diligence, ultimately the reward will appear. You must be persistent and keep your goals in mind when making decisions. Do your best every day and keep the process in mind. Avoid becoming distracted by comparisons to people who appear to be accomplishing more. Comparisons won't even cross your mind if you sincerely believe in your value. Even if it takes time, persistence will eventually pay off. All you need to do is have patience. Number 12, the law of significance and inspiration. A reward that contributes to the whole is the best reward. The last law is pretty similar to the first law. The first law emphasizes the individual, but the last law emphasizes the overall impact of activities. While it is true that you eventually get what you sow, we should also acknowledge that our own choices and deeds eventually become our contributions to society. All of our goals and deeds generate a tremendous amount of energy, which has an impact on everyone. Eventually, this energy spreads throughout our civilization and the rest of the world. Therefore, make sure that people can benefit from and be inspired by your efforts. Make a point of treating people well. Follow your aspirations and interests. Set a good example. Whether you believe in karma or not, you must admit that these laws contain basic truths and knowledge that anyone and everyone may use to improve their lives. Understanding these 12 rules of karma will be incredibly helpful in your pursuit of happiness and will enable you to live the impactful life that you truly desire. How do you feel? Do you consider karma? What do you think about these karmic rules? Post your ideas and remarks below. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. To receive notifications when we upload a new video, don't forget to click the notification bell and press the subscribe button for more content like this. Thank you for viewing.